beaten in the air by Luke De Vere. This is Trinidad. That was wonderfully brought down by the Argentine. And he's got past his man too. This is great work by Trinidad. Down goes Shroy. Oh, and the referee, Peter Green, thought about it.
He did, but it wasn't a penalty. Definitely got the ball. Can Queensland break?
Well, Peter Green just for a second put his whistle to his lips and thought about awarding a penalty. Then thought better of it. Here's Taj Minikon. Now he doesn't even think about a penalty. At the other end, Peter Green awards one.
Well, for once, Taj Minikon gets behind. It's his pace that takes him past Topper Stanley, and it's a desperate lunge that gives the penalty away. It's cruel on Perth. And it really lacked momentum, that build-up.
Well, this is the challenge at the other end, Robbie.
Josh McLaughlin, he clearly gets the ball. Here's Minicon's pace, takes him past Topper Stanley, and there's the desperate lunge. Catches him, it's clearly a penalty.
Sergio Van Dijk scores! It's like Bahrain, Australia, all over again. One team has dominated, but the other team leads.
We just think, and I think we will see it again, maybe at half-time, but as Minikon went up to Topper Stanley, I just thought as a defender, that's the end part of it. It's clearly a penalty. He catches his trailing leg, but as Minikon come up to him, just thought as a defender, Topper Stanley was a little bit square. There's the finish from Van Dijk. There's no doubt about that. Nice and confident, picks his spot. He gets his second goal of the season from the penalty spot, both of them.
Well, sometimes you need a bit of luck when you're playing that badly, Robbie.
Well, you mentioned the Socceroos against Bahrain. Pretty much exactly the same. Free kick on Charlie Miller, coming towards the end of this opening half. But I wonder if that's changed the team talk, Frank Farina.
Might not do if they get a second here. Van Dijk rolls it across. They have got a second through Taj Minikon. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Suncorp explodes into a wall of noise.
Well, I talked about anticipation from Van Dijk before when he went down injured. The ball played by Craig Moore. Other players might have said, oh, let's take half-time. Decent little turn. Djurbic won't be happy. But what Minikon does well is he anticipates that that ball might come across the face of goal. It does. He gets in front of Norm Sekalovsky and he gets a goal.
But you can almost sense the belief that those two goals have given Queensland finally.
Oh, they look certainly more comfortable and confident than they did in the first half. There is no doubt about that.
Zula. Miller! Oh, that is absolutely spectacular! Wonderful stuff!
Well, you've just witnessed one of the goals of the season. It's a decent ball in from Zula. He's hit it flat. But Charlie Miller, first time on the volley. Absolutely perfect. Here's the run from Zula down the left-hand side. He doesn't try and beat his man. Charlie Miller just peels to the back post. Technically perfect. Gets his body low and over the ball. Nearly side on. First time. Crashes into the bottom right-hand corner of the net. No chance for Valapi. Wonderful strike.
Pick that one out. Goal again. Charlie is back in business. And how? A beauty.
That was really something special from a player who I believe has been one of the special players this season.
It's clever work by Jamie Harwell. Any part of the body will do. Rukavica tries to go around the outside, searing pace, and Jamie Harwell gets one back. Mr. Dependable, Mr. Reliable. Mr. Harwell rarely misses from that sort of range.
Well, he can't miss from there. That goal goes down to Rukavica. Just blinding pace. Starts off with, would you believe, a stumble, and then he used his bottom to pass that one back. Gets to Rukavica, too much pace to handle, slides it across the face. But this, he gets up, Luke De Vere, just too much pace. Perfect ball across. Jamie Harwell, who started that move with his bum, ends it with his left boot.
Robbie, don't you start dissing players who use their backside, because we know how you scored your only international goal.
Fair play.
Problems though for Dave Mitchell, Robbie, still very much at the other end, and they concede far too many. They're in danger again here. Nichols! 3 points surely now for Queensland Roar. Mitch Nichols' first goal for Queensland, and it's a home win at last.
Well, it's a touch from Van Dijk, but I do believe that this one comes off the shin. It's a bit of a shake from Mitch Nichols. He won't care. Zula's involved again. Waits a time, plays this in. That's a good touch from Van Dijk. Maybe not off the shin, but there's a little backlift on the shot. It's a massive amount of dip on it. Here it's a little touch. Hardly most convincing of strikes. I think there is a bit of shin on that. And it loops up over Tando Valapi.